What up, people? Today I'm going to bring you a little bit of information that I've discovered after doing a little bit of research on my own about drum muting, sound dampening for the drum set. Very short story. I find myself in quite of a particular situation where I've got family members still at home. I've got an electric kit that I can plug into headphones all day long, but I really was missing the feel of an acoustic kit. So I went ahead and got one, and in my previous video, I kind of broke it down. I found that it was super duper loud. So I've been on a journey, if you dare say, to find sound dampening, something that won't interfere with my family members in the house. My daughter is still in high school. She's getting ready to go off to college, and she'll be here. I don't want to disturb her studies. My wife works from home in the next room on the other side of this wall. I don't want to disturb her on her phone. So I've been on a journey trying to find the right thing to get to bring the volume level down without losing the tone that I want. So the last video you saw me do some DIY that worked out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this. I'm gonna be comparing Evans DB1s and Evans SoundOffs, which I think now are called DB0s. I may be wrong, with my DIY. So I don't mind losing a couple bucks just in the name of research, just in the name of finding the best. But when I say the best, I'm not meaning the best product that you can buy. I mean the best product for the situation that you're looking for. And I hope to break that down quickly in this video. I bought some Evans SoundOffs. I've got an entire set here that work really good. Now what I found is that it mutes the drum for my liking so much, too much to where I lose a lot of tone, if not all the tone. Now, if you need ultra quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase. If you need ultra quiet as you can get, Evans SoundOffs are the best bang for your buck. And they're so easy to just slip right on top of the drum head. But I found out that I wasn't getting any enjoyment using SoundOffs. So I went, as you can see in my previous video, I made some similar to SoundOffs, but it's the material that I chose to use. If you want to see that process, go check that out. They sounded really good, but was just still a little too loud for my liking. The bass drum was a whole nother story. For the bass drum, when I got my Evans, I got the SoundOff for bass, and if you are looking for probably the quietest bass that you can get, this is it. You still get some tone, but there's just not that punch when you strike the pad. There's just that punch is just not there. But if quiet is what you need, Evans SoundOffs is what you need to get. So I tried other things with my bass aside from the SoundOff that I just didn't like. So I even went as far as last night to make some cymbal mutes. So I've got some low volume mutes, the ones with the holes in them, and they work pretty well. But I wanted to see if I can get it down a little bit closer. I saw a lot of things online, so I kind of just copied their design just to see if I can make my own mutes that I was satisfied with. So this did not work, and that's total waste of time. But I got DB1s, and I got them in yesterday. Evans DB1s. They claim to be, if I'm not mistaken, 85 or 80% reduced volume, and they keep their tone and the clarity. So I did that, put them on, and I was really surprised. But what I found out, I'm going to give you some results of comparing Evans, my DIY, and the DB1s in this video. So stay tuned, check it out. Also, I did some work on the cymbals. Once I put my DB1s on, I realized that my cymbals are now just a little too loud. The cymbals were a little too loud for the DB1s. So I wanted to bring my cymbals down, and that was the last complaint that my wife had. So in this video, I want to demonstrate what I did with the cymbals as well. So sit tight, check this out. I'll have some edited clips comparing each one of these muting types so you can make the decision that you need for your drum kit. Like I said, everything is not going to be cookie cutter for everybody. There's not a best for everybody. If you need super quiet, I'm going to show you the other ways to make DIYs. I will have shown you, and the DB1s. If that's something you're looking for, you're going to find that comparison right here, right now. Now, I would love to demo these for you properly, but I've been a drummer for about 4 months. I've got a couple other videos on my channel, but none of these particular. But since I'm not as good as I want to be and very comfortable with that yet to play without music and give you guys a demo, I'll spare you that visual of me treating this drum kit like a 14-year-old kid under the bleachers with his girlfriend at junior prom. Probably wouldn't be pretty. But I will put a little snippet of something in there, so hopefully you guys can get an idea of what it sounds like, DB1s and all. My choice. So for me in my situation, using the Evans DB1s is a no-brainer. And muting those cymbals down, the already low volume cymbals down just a little bit, is kind of made those match now. So while I'm playing something, the crash isn't overplaying the toms or the snare. I'm just really, really happy with that. And now I'm able to keep the music that I'm playing to turned down a little bit more. So if keeping very low volume is really, really important to you in your living circumstances, whether you're in an apartment, I would highly recommend Evans SoundOffs. You still get to play, you still get just a smidgen of tone to where you know that your toms are of a different note. The bass pad, the Evans SoundOff bass pad works wonderfully if you want probably the lowest tone you can get. I haven't tried everything out there. I'd love to go a little bit louder with my DIYs. My DIYs are just a little bit louder than the DB1s, and I kind of like that. But it's still a little loud from my situation and my surroundings when my wife is trying to either work or read or do something else and my daughter's on her studies. The DB1s for me are perfect. It's dependent upon the situation, but I hope that this information that I've brought you is going to help you understand what you might need, what venue or avenue you need to go down to try to find the muting that you need for your situation. I really hope it helps. Y'all have a great one.